Oh, Mejoso, Mejidis, Bible.
Yamiadom. Now, swear.
I can never say never. Every day is a blessing in my life. Yeah. Even though sometimes, no. Days seem to be over.
Sure.
And your money before this one, when this way brew. Uti bin swana, I was some debt.
Yeah.
Who bin swana, who drew. So, what can you know, the basket of positivity every day in my life, the percentage in here quite appreciable.
Yeah.
Say appreciable. There's one thing I have. Say any pan of the mammy and cabana mentia. That's when you're not dominating the home abroad. Sure. And Moja ADF and I'm meeting me home in Kwade. I don't have too much of a time to complain. I can only do what is expected of me. Now, my junior me say, or be any hold in a while to know. So that is the principle. You need to pray, watch, work, and be expectant. Sure. It's like the great commission of every Christian. It's not to go to church every Sunday. Yeah. But Busa say from January to November. Accra say no what my that should be your biggest achievement as a Christian. Yeah. So I just what interesting. January to because clearly you've been commissioned to the world. Yeah. So Onyame asem in so many forms and shape. Sure. Meet Martina had you be one dance and say, well, Mamma Coa does say, me free apostolic empowerment ministry, no matter Sasra, Pentecost Asafono. Now, and you may be all done, I didn't make him adjoin the apostolic Amakesi. I dance here. So I just, inti, the piano, the area to near Cassipan said, Yeka, Onyame asem, and I didn't yame one dance here.
The
Achra for say, Yamina, ye wono. On any Yami outdoor to so. When you go was the Biada. No one presses our crown out Nabana Menasano. Bribiada, or no subit me a cotre as Empano. That is a Bushakuna and a more trim ones. And Nuna, Onyame eti, na him one more. None a near J and the Abroso. It's true. It may I saw call ye, but the Great Commission is to ensure. That's what people say in our text. Say free January, ABC November, and ne there tosu a year in Sia. So also we GD ni mapa. Obusa on say. Why na what team dinner better action abanya. Ah, that's what tinya me nase. I'll be timid on sa chire say onyame me yare humimobo efise me de okra kwabna santi aba ofia or that's so elsum she on monyam. Obi also only that godly account no. Now there's a challenge. Account abeti me come no refer nyame. It's true. So nyame na we de me na only me yewe. Oda ma me srew. Na no usum cross me mpiewa e hyen be edua mitimi de mo ko bom pa ye tre e ko kan wanya nyame kai on the 20th of December 1982 anamo am 2 year ma wanim ba nyam erade humemobo na kai me. So if you don't have that account, Eddie, it's difficult to appear before God.
As you've not lived according to the Great Commission. Exactly. And for us, for example, this month in the Church of Pentecost, the see was a member be watching your crab.
Super, fantastic.
Every member, fantastic. The whole month of November, that's what we are doing.
Fantastic.
But the point is, and asem pakano, was a nipa bibi na tiase. Oman unse enyo bia ne betimi. Akojina obi animu po se o kanya me asem akere no in the wo a wote saa no eye wabrabo enti na Yesu bu se esuafo ne se enti nipa kra se meme ne hwan who do men say I am enti de nipa ehu enti na yaka se nyamesom wa akoma mu nko enye no kra because nyamesom ne ntimi wa akoma mu nko e wo se nipa ehu enti no se yenso kanea emfa nhye empeduase odisi sro so you understand? So men will glorify your Father in heaven because of Abraba Ubunti. And I think baby and that's why possessing the nations theme, underlining when they say influence your sphere with the values and the principles of Christ.
Influence.
Influence. Then a nipa
influence.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
ɛdɛn na nipa sɛ wo ne hwan ɛde yɛbɔ wo din ɔman hene Kwabena Asante a adanse a yɛdi fa wo ho ne that is you evangelizing to the world ɛna nipa bɛhu na ɔmaka sɛ abrante abrabɔ deɛ in the means made in a chia apostolic.
Exactly.
We don't have to mess
Ukraine as Christians. You sooner you done a dinner, but until they become custom, you're worried. Say, no, my be at church. Any power dimpa no chum my dear different. Sure. And Benudon dimpa no. And no chum pea so yet was it. So chum pea ni pet to no chum now come out chum now come out chum come out. Now when I was away. No, I'm to menu banana and such a grass on the Biado. The Biada you want with who champia. It was, and I know what you said the way you be you. People who are canny, yes, indeed, canny, and cannon. And you be almost to say, Yawa. What do you bay say, Unipenina do? Yes, who did Yasem, very, very important. And for a Christian, that's a pair. A reason why you should go out there and evangelize. A reason why your life should draw people to Christ. Okay, Romans 10:14. Oman, Paul can be literary Romans. Or say, how then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of him they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher? And how shall they preach unless they are sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of those who preach the gospel of peace, who bring glad tidings of good things. This is clear. Say nipa ne betia sem na just obi koka ekere wo and is a one way Christian na we wadwen say me de massacre enti me de metimi ba bi dwen me ho you are joking. You are not fulfilling scripture. Yeah, you are not fulfilling scripture. So we bia ma wi anyame ama esa kwanya na ya da na se no nioma be nine bi and the nsem wo ho bebre ba we de nioma nine bi am yi ni wo tie no afi wona afi aba and they can come wa hwe de mame and they can come the informer formally. Oh, okay. Washre eye ne mame Madam Gladys Amoa. Okay. Don't know her friend Auntie Mansa. 37 Military Hospitality. Andy can come. Baby Abutubiano. And okay, so he's the editor-in-chief of the Informer. Yeah, the Informer. Sure. No, he's still there. Okay, he's the editor-in-chief. Yes. So Andy, and then only Informer. So okay, so Andy can come. Yako Kesiepa na the Radin Kawana, a British Diana, Eddie. Eddie, I don't know about or with him say it's not a joke. While him be on the friend, and they can come. Anna Edna Dansuna, Papa Fred Amugi. Yeah, we did 75 years. And he in Tremu, he probably one was said almost said the Amagana. Sure. You only demonstrate you love. A call, just a call. That Uncle Fred, when I mean sure also the obey my 75 Ghana, wow. 75 years. And when I see people like this, I cringe when I hear how ye belittle the word legend. Yeah. In the end, no. Obi Bonyo miensa mienu bia the legendary musician. Just say ye belittle the word legend. Do you know who a legend is? To become a legend. Indeed, unya o Fred Amogi legend. No abe Fred. A guy, your boss should do for you. A guy is saying, Patapa, also a legend. How? Patapa fan champion. You are climbing. You are not. Yeah. We should be careful how you reduce Nioma. We should build a society where there will be no room for Charlie. So let's to be a legend. Why go through? Juma we because we know and your mama film no. And the modern day actors they have no idea. In fact, we have been blessed with this generation. Very blessed. Yes. And your message of family now. Of course. I simplify a lot of things. Of course. Mama's wishing to be Fred Amogi. 75 years. Wow. You know, share the life of Mame Dokonomone, Fred Amogi Mone, sir, Papa and the back, that's what immediately Ampofo. And Nana Ampofo AJ. I had the woman Debbie, who's an obra. Maybe no GBC.
Okay. Amankwampofo. Okay.
Yes, Amankwampofo. And adjust.
Yeah, adjust.
You know, adjust. Omodasu.
Mami Dokno. You know, that's
so
quite...
we appreciate all of them. Yeah, Doma so kwanso because Omodasu kura. Yeah, Ghana the good thing most of them you know, because they are also all we have. We need to really appreciate them.
Yes.
And then Nobi. Sa NTHC ne sa bond financial services.
Yeah, bond. I have seen bond around bond.
And NTHC.
NTHC is some head office.
Now, why are they
I don't mind.
Why are they treating people like that for the past 4 or 5 years?
Nkofosika that's all.
Nkofosika.
And that NTS na Abanya
Juma. And I don't know why they are even reluctant to issue state because Obi there yana we are with pensioners best sex abako shoma.
Oh,
virtually from Nzema. Driving to Accra, coming to pick their 500 Ghana city is a problem for them at NTS.
NTS.
Why? Nobody is saying anything. We are working with government. Plans are far advanced. We are on it. It will come back to 5 years, 4 years. NTAC.
Wow.
Minim agency or motion as I say, yes, security exchange is there. I don't know, but it's becoming very worrying. Maybe I'm a cow. Yeah, I'm ranting. Say the same come over in a idea. Yeah,
a tour
now, but we need to start fighting the system now.
Sure.
Yeah, man, say the who can come to all but who could do what? Now, who say, oh, home Jim? Now, say, Bukaka will be
500 Ghana cities.
Now, fuck your friends in my back. Now, we do NTAC, now we do bond financial services.
So, bond, they know you're private.
Now, and you ain't such a one. Yes, sir. And you may question us, sir. Security exchange, you say, Bank of Ghana, say, some of these things. Explanation to the general public will do, but the impunity, you know, but I virtually have to beg you now for years, not just a year, years. It's the same thing that Bank of Ghana they said FM. Who sit down, a dine a free 80 million, Etimako 250 million. ABC nowhere I say company no Bank of Ghana, office of the whatever Obia. It's your mind behind the baby and the young fan couldn't go in every no. And then the Kumbo catch your doctor say, oh, dear, Koswana, Susoni Paso. Now could do a half hospital. Then I mean, Mpengu, what are now call hospital? Now, nurse now, or say, as a nurse now, or mamma moon, or the name, a man yourself, Pio Mokosha, or Bopanias, or Bopanina.
Yeah.
So it is very frustrating now.
NTS, you know, Omo issue statement.
Nobi, what statement? Can I check from Miss Kabami? Mejimadi. What statement? 4 years.
You are more genuine challenge.
4 years. Made the Missy Carbetua 4 years. NTH made the Missy Carbetua 4 years. 5 years. Me pensioner. Now, as I'm a person catching me. Say, pay attention to some of these complaints and challenges. I don't know whether, again, we don't even know the effects of some of these things, security-wise, it's in the brain.
Yeah.
Because I'm for who? I'm for the painful aspect is that these are people who are retired from active service. So the little security got 200. No, be driver for instance, I bet you 500 Ghana city. No, but so on for the car, the buy. That's all fun.
Or the car and the buy, or the
other car, but it's a fool.
Not just 500 Ghana.
If you just imagine there will be all your work to do even after work retirement. No, I drive one bus over the 500 Ghana. Maybe will take advantage of the family. No buy on the 500 is up. No explanation. This is council down.
Now, NTAC office, you are too much.
They are working. The only response they are giving the people who are going there, we are on it. We are collaborating with government.
For 4 years?
Yes, for 4 years, for 5 years. We are on it. And this is why Anna Mukasa said, to me, this should be the concern. Where would be the results? No. Because one about Farima say as a security and exchange, I'm on from Chimubiama, NTAC, no from Chimubiama. One day, you will be at times, cannot call. Innocent worker, no. We don't encourage this.
Yeah.
Innocent worker, no, that's our question.
It's true.
I just say savings and loans. Abutu.
Why?
Snake savings and loans no.
Na Senate omo savings and loans.
SIC savings and loans. Sorry, this Senate.
SIC.
Abutu.
Ebutu say na onim nipa ohwe so.
Ah, Zebulana me Judy won never be who say pa.
Is it Ebutu?
Eh, na me ka sem na o ka say me make bia minim na me.
Eh, ese me nka say wonim. The me busa say
no me ka say Ebutu, well enya awon hare ne ko fa board buy no. Board no mo ye adwuma na. Adwuma fo ne etu omo ka na. Nipa ho call so omo ko yom sika omo tsaka na. We are not getting results. We are not getting explanation.
Lady that so.
Lady Ben.
Ah, enya na ama friend pama.
But that's what I'm saying that now no the other guys open so here.
Ah, no person here say.
Me say Ebutu. Udo pa ko hwe. Enti NTH for no obi. Anybody say mo. Anybody say because we shouldn't get to the point where Bribia asema Ghana aban beti an ampa information say yakoni akotena NTH ono. Ne aye drama
media na be capture.
Media no so be capture. Drama ni mu na afia man fashion say and the response but okay give us 2 days. Give us 1 week. Give us 4 days.
We shouldn't get there.
We should not get there.
Yeah.
And if you look at the people that the NTAC is dealing with, you cannot blame the workers over there. Say deliberately they are doing what they're doing. But of course, there should be explanation to that effect. Me to me, my 4 years, maybe you
are on it.
Must be on it.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. Timisre NTAC 4, Misre Omo, any bond financial service for. It's
bond for the end. I find it interesting because
they come.
Only a private company.
It's better they come to explain to us. And you maybe say ba. Omo for Harisu any buoso. Emfa no ye any nchiremu. Emre Ghana for.
Bond financial service.
Yes, and check Ghana for. It's just a matter of nchiremu. The entire service will be about if you bear 9 if you Kanisika. Where the end. If you don't explain to people, if you don't communicate, now the office said yes, yeah, next year.
It's a problem.
It's the same thing. America as a Bank of Ghana for any it's the same thing. Diana Yana say all these investigative bodies, majority of them, until government of the day be fair national, and the Chelsea and Co as Omino. If you would do now, me, we need to say I had the more of them, but you know, be positives.
Now so far when you complain from Omoa almost like Gold Coast security and so
more than
because Kojo Yamwa dan so Facebook because Obi please what about Gold Coast security please talk about that for us.
More than 20 people
Gold Coast security
yes
na say na me fi so omo komo asema wi o Gold Coast security
me person me bubu dini bi kura ni no receipt ahodo ni inyinemu a memi ku power of attorneys a memi ku jinjinemu a and emails a wodo a and no make us say nipa be tra me jino manemu amano ne no omo millions of cedis omo pounds to ba ku ye 324 or 25,000 pounds at them. Oh, now be now. I didn't say my baba. Nobody boy them na we few hunt mo.
Some me feel say
you need to all and papa.
Sure. Oh. Gold Coast security.
I'm telling you. What you would down or the two sudu na sudu no so can. It you know no what mean or to oh, they wouldn't name the echo of my name. So what I say, apart from
Asam me.
I mean, won't be down. Oh, won't be that
320,000
24 or 25. Now the other people no quite there. Where you say, or no the boja call their phone. The other people, good money, very good money. Oh, Obi, it is government should be interested in some of these things through the needed agencies and departments.
Yeah, it's true.
Because it doesn't look good.
It's true.
It doesn't. Anna, yeah, it said now, baby, it means results. I say, Asemba Sempa. Now, Sempa can have. Is that how we practice corporate Ghana? Is that the practice that we want? Why? Unim says a Saudi in Chimuba. Unim says to me a car send me money back on my I
mean, bond the Nipo name. I mean, you can excuse NTHC Abaya Juma into your more tied, but bond financial services such a reputable way. With these complaints fly all over. I don't think it's good for you. In moment, Atik Mohammed says, Obi, what does Oman mean by Swede Rofo? I am sure even Swede Rofo would disown those type of songs. Atik Mohammed.
So there,
oh, Sana Ubu.
I think Mr. Nice, or yes, red don't mean American. Sure. That's it. And I'm going so I think about you. So please, Obi, no crap and say we should take immediate steps. Immediate. Very practicable ones.
That's true.
Problem solving steps. Now, you're fine, sir, Adewi. Entimi en free honum na bibia to again yen yabema atokwame na USA
yeah atokwame na USA or sending me message is it na no chena
enne ana chena so oshida em say enne no nya
ato he sent me a message today or say I will be 51 years old on November 7th. When is November? Yeah, what's
okay, the beat is okay.
Okay. Atokwamena Krenzel, one of our very, very committed diaspora viewers of this show. In the Atokwamena, Nyame Adomechna will take time and celebrate you well. Happy birthday in advance to you. 51 years, you've done very, very well. Yeah, you've done very well.
Maybe Adamate so now say TSC mainly.
Sure.
Big man be pa ucha the chains of shop and him ekomakola. Say na say when you see a better white and black no. Also name about Uchambia say young, energetic, forceful. I say one the Obaba show muna and Mr. Social show me moody no go boy Obaba official tenya and meet my boy yaw
okay
it mean you yaw obi da se pa so begin say ma kan dey bring be ma
we say Obi, good afternoon. I'm watching you live from Bronx. Our time has changed from Ghana. We are now 5 hours ahead.
Okay.
We nearly missed the show. In the Godfrey Adoa, thank God you didn't miss after all. Yeah. I hear it says it's any UK time now. We are now back. Yeah. No different. It was another 1 hour. Okay. They were ahead of us 1 hour. But it's interesting how in the UK a time relationship is here. Now we are the same with them for now. And more US of A. So by 5 hours. Thank you to all of you for always making time to listen to this beautiful show.
Obi, so see the much expected Abitwemko Nano da Kowie war the forecourt of the Accra Sports Stadium Makatre ma appealing to the National Sports Authority for the maintenance of the facility no atosin and yet into omuntu anamo na omonhwe na omonsi is very important. Let me repeat, maintenance of the Accra Sports Stadium
National Sports Authority. I think say any ranking of the worst performing state agencies, they might be number one of the worst. They might be number one.
So Mesromo, Kumasi the so one in charge.
Nina every state secondary na
I say you from the year party
that's again I want to mean ko wo kwa so say dem bebu agu so atetia proper sa.
What is the problem, Charlie? What is the problem? What is the problem? And it shouldn't just go like that. I don't know what say. What we say, we say,
nobody is held responsible because they will also raise the issue, say, oh, and a budget. And I'm like, now one sanka budget saying
they are behaving like prison officers.
Yeah.
Prison for some anybody who cannot initiate and be creative and always think that your only source from the central government, and I want to there will never be any development.
Nothing will change.
Customs and police for Independence Day celebration. I
mean, it begs the question because when I said I will compare when Dan Parry took over as IGP. Man, any 1 month, Ura Police Headquarters or more asphalty baby. Asphalt baby. If you ask yourself, no, that's what I said. I think it's I agree with you.
Say now mobile the authority ni be there. They are behaving like prison paying for. Abayi na nia. Musumu akwan bebre a. Wo betim dia tu na mo.
I mean, you should be in the lead to lobby government and tell government say listen. You're practicing model way for a long time. We've seen that it's not working. Can we begin looking at privatizing these stadia? Now, because amongst them, catch us a secondary stadium. I was privileged to be one of 2 journalists. Yerua Stadium for the first time. A contractor no. Hand over key to the stadium to at the time. Deputy Minister of Sport na Obiamwa and a buy. Me Wilson Arthur and a Kwame Eboa. Wilson Arthur as chairman of the local organizing committee and a Koi. We were privileged to go on a tour in the stadium. A 40-room hotel. I'm telling you, secondary stadium. A hotel rooms 40. Our room now and Pambibia ho ubie curtains and I will share ball from your room. And yes, we'll be saying, me say, a restaurant, gym. It was a massive edifice. Hotel in Yenyusuda, restaurant in Yemieda. The gym was operated among 4 cork gym. You ask yourself, Sikane Kwahi. Near the higher wedding, or more hall, conference hall, near your wedding receptions, and all of that in the studio. In the NSA will tell you, say, Omuniska. Yes, I can agree with them, budgeting issues, but I think creativity, we need to begin thinking about how do we get a maintenance and as a management modeler. Ebeboa, NSA, boss, Mati say, or corporate MPO, baby. I don't know where. But I mean, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Because we are all looking up to be politicians. Kona bi obiano, bezo bright. Dobia cheka and I MP 4 years ni and what on car. But I share my money in a move. That deceptive language is required for politicians. We should clear that. You should clear that because also, person we MP. Ghana wants to say, go through it. If you go through it, the Anshisha shall tell you, Obanya Biedi. We are doctor. No job behind the scenes, no Baba Becatre. We are civil and public service personnel. The owner behind the scenes, no Baba Becatre. We are journalists. Okwa Solana Ojino, Obakachu Babun touch Ruby. The Obia Juma Oyeno, and who at the Dodia in the war is all your MP. About with a certain responsibility. Or man who share halfway, or your minister, so it is uncle for no crano. Bobby, what time if I would tell me, because for what? Unless they are corruptible acts and behavior on their part, then you can go after them. But the fact is, MP Akko, Mimicrom MP, as you think of Bano. Now, say, now, Kenya say 1 and 2, or Kwakunda Lankus, I did. Unim William Lankus and Tia. Yes. With your language, it's any break. If you want to be part of the political arena, go through the process until we review most of these things. And say, Yadiama or may be a broso, name or modern bono, and any sono. That is the state of Ghana. It means to 2 Park, so as you say, but Obiwa Bemu, Obi a position of influence. No, yen Yoma, Ense, Enfata. We have every right to criticize whatever is going on.
It's true.
We have every right.
It's true, and we'll come back to this because I'm told, say, Oko West Ham, for example, West Ham Stadium, a hotel, a crèche, a halls, because it should generate income for maintenance. You have to. Also generating income from Mendel. Akuntajo made us say, birthday dedication to you, CEO of Sweet Firms Ventures, home of natural juice. Mami Frema Reko, Sweet Frema is from Akuntajo, aka Asoreba, into Sweet Firms Ventures CEO, Mami Frema Reko. And happy birthday to you. Oman, let's start off this way, but there's somebody watching us from Moscow.
Okay.
The capital of Russia.
Are safe?
I should think so.
But how you want us to start? Let me throw this caution to supporters of Kumasi and Santi Kotoko. And to the plain body. Mr. Omo Bebre. Oma you careful no more, you know, no more ebe yomo. Players no. Say Oma you careful. Has for brepa by ye crowd Abraham you seen it too. So man get careful. So man get careful. Yeah, mouth Jesse, Emma baby, Emma, all what it takes for you to have a very good mind, sound mind, neat environment, health-wise, they provide luxury to ensure, say, first three of Ghana's Premier. They be there's all the canal first three, there's all now, so man, you're careful. When there's a crisis, where Buapayo, you better call pepper with them. I'm players, I'm telling you. How's a Breno for us to even have the courage
to troll Kotoko.
Well, the
but in terms of me, busa on Facebook say,
please,
omo etime hwe Kotoko live man. What really is the problem? But me ntiase o.
Because we now baby. Ye bu now baby. Hey, now no
players ni we
Ribu. Ribu for go. Do na ribu. It you know or call want to know Tesusa.
Kotoko players.
Oh. Or too far was no mean that's what Nankabrika. Oh, Ribu from Kwan. Why? A little bit of discipline is not a problem for them. Discipline. That is the profession that you have chosen.
And sometimes you wonder, say, I don't name the issue on this one. Because when you're Kotoko,
you see, that's the problem. They have too much freedom. They have too much different force, or do we are no case air or what's happened? I don't say, walk of fans go more to them. Now, play the other players do no, Subano.
There been any put a player who could differ Friday. Now, players who differ for football. That's
maybe any.
You need dietitian. I suppose
you will be corner. Sir, and you should buy no mammy to be found. Mammy Pia 4 bottles being 2
professional footballer who differ. Oh, professional footballer who's the differ. Now, differ is the other one.
Been a pure water cry no more. And no particles a woman, no matter be. Oh, you know, Charlie.
Yeah, because sometimes no play. Yeah, supporters name.
Yeah, trim painful. It me chin. I can't me chin. Was it or 10 about 2 or 2 about or 10 about the
Kotoko players.
Aba. This was suck. Ribu from Kwa. How much kind of days of Rafidi Ampere? Ampere said the problem there 10 or 10 years or 10 years Ampere. Rafidi be 10 you never want to call it.
They should step up.
They should put in a
coach should have
coach Obi. Fantastic super coach. Coaches now 3 seconds biano near the pressure. I said Dominic in Chelsea. Or you find the numbers I was with the coach why they? The coach back to Biano Guswa or Cherry. Who 2 for back at house Biano they cut house.
Yeah. Where they players now they should realize team or more bodema. This is Kumasi Asante Kotoko crying out loud. Hey, Africa's club of the 20th century.
Charlie,
it's a big deal. I mean, you don't you cannot wear the jersey of this team now. But the kind of football and you now Dreams FC you how? You know what I'm saying? I mean Dreams FC.
Because ya so mo na mu de team form. Okwa no homisi ya, okwa no homisi ya. O pejesi fu fresh. Team I say Ghana, e team bobo iwe ni ye jesi.
E dey ache.
We nyina nyi wadi so. Rifufu kesu sa ribu.
And was supporters in my own come out. But supporters are no money.
And I say omunya wote. O say obi. It's so tap on chenia. One manage one out there bana. I cause most play you grab ever battle.
No money because it has a way of also dampening almost. Yeah, munya botremo.
Who can we call that them? Nadmo ever seen the update be by you. Efa Ibupe Efa OPK constituency
other areas.
We don't want to sit and relax. And then we will all forget about
we are back to business as usual.
And then we are back to business. Then there's a political solution. TVRA Nadmo, at least an update.
In soon every city, let's know
at least an update. Because mommy ain't update now. Obiaba to Bibia Gum from Mamsa. Near Saki Kate Bobonsa. Elder, it was a year Kevin Annan. I draw my attention.
Okay.
A year we are say Christo one dance.
Christo one and nyame one and the Christo one dance. We preach Christ and him resurrected. Yeah, that's a pan. I mean, sure. Now, Omano me say ye shall see a free her.
Yeah.
And I mean, Kyle, belated birthday to Sir Obama in Pokwase.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. On the day of the election, election is Saturday,
on
right?
The 4th November.
4th was Saturday, the birthday. Inti Sir Obama in Pokwase.
Basa, no on Kasanso or a killer.
Or a solid guy. And he said, Obama, belated happy birthday to you. Man, I think to start with, no. I think the national executives of the NPP I believe the elections were very well organized on the day. Major issues be across the country, and in fact we say this authoritatively because we had reporters in every constituency in this country, 275, and a reporter who did a marvelous job. Your friend is saying MPP headquarters. We know what happened on the day, and I think from National Chairman Oman Ukromuni, Nidinanka is Stephen Ayensu in team, General Secretary, Lawyer Frimpong Kodia, to organizer Henry Nanabuache Esquire, any or more Ekeka Hunyinara, youth organizer, women's organizer, Nasara coordinator, and the entire executive team. I think they did a yeoman's job. I was here to me bomber because it's rare to find an internal primary this competitive in this calm manner on shadanti major issues. But I think it's to their credit, and they will say yebo omo abaso. One thing I thought was not very well managed. Oman omoko shia ewo Accra Sports Stadium no. The stage management was poor. And it was as if na obia person okojina stage ni subi. I thought that could have been properly dealt with. Enti na mpanyifo tete wona nkofo jejina omachi MC unimobi oye MC obi okra mic ni bia na obi e kasabi and all of that. It was a bit chaotic. And I think we no free where generally everything about what they did on Saturday was near perfect, and to that, no, the national executives deserve our commendation.
Okay,
and then we come to the other
well,
issues.
Well, me first should not make I was from the word start go pay no ankasa national executives no more talk from kakra.
Asempa FM
or more allow a lot of avoidable noise, any troubles. It was very avoidable.
Like
almost Shasiena, no party maybe ebufa so chifaso. It is from day one almost shares Amrano. Na me the mimi gidi so meti megina omo na so pampe.
The news now na so saying.
Me chiro say omo na omo share omo mra. Na omo de brain ye kenkan.
Sure.
Eni kwa so ye ABCD na omo ye ABCD. Eni kwa so ye QYZ no be ye QYZ. Me megina ha embo no man so be, but I'm summing it up. They know. And I'm sure be who said no money be American, it was real.
Okay.
It's your mobile pin and casa and many man the one should bring omo. And you minimum so almost strategy then was just giant yemuna obianya there or pan because it became very chaotic in the middle of the sea. Beer kika di ope, beer di ope. Internal press conference against press conference, insult against insult, lies, propaganda, and all those things. And I'm catching say, when you allow the self-destruction button to be pressed, because of an internal contest, more person will catch say, a normal area, that at the end of the year, to Ghana, your man say, MPP4 and NDC4 Ekosiisen. And let me say kudos. NDC never had too much of those challenges. The self-destruction button MPP4 pressing amongst themselves. I feel no more way this was very much avoidable. Because there's no discipline. There's nobody you can look up to with my hey, I'm a white dean. I won't press it more self-destruction.
But if you take, and not to entirely disagree with you, but if you take the issues between Wuntumi and Kenny Japan, for example, we and which other issue again?
A lot.
Yeah, that prominent. Which one?
A lot. You see, amongst people within the party of with influence, a lot. You see, omukasa, omunukridi, omanamuntu, nyoma bibrisi. Medium say, me didn't ba omutu omatensi. They know. For instance, Obi, but they say as a party 50 cities, if it is true.
Sure, they announced that internally.
For what? Now, my veteran can't say. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, or no, the 40 cities, ma, limited even delegates be no more across. They need to write as,
and they have more than the NPP.
Or no, them or ma delegates no 40 Ghana city no. We personally, me, because I say, idea as you being here, then, da.
Yes.
Now say yes, so san your man so one. Ekoye kwatia ketasehye ne proye no ewo ya manyo semnim anake maminke bi no se pass e beti message na ya na ebenya mpuntu no ebeye din I disagreed vehemently with the office of the former president that initiative, in all humility and with respect to his office and his person, was unnecessary and uncalled for.
I think our main issue with him, if I remember, was
on the letterhead,
because it was documented. It was an official statement issue.
I'm coming that, but I'm saying that even whether it was that or not, the intent to give people who have a certain responsibility to be part of the democratic process,
yes,
to be influenced positively whatsoever, to ginger them to go and vote, even if not for you, but to be part of the process through financial or monetary inducement. So I know you're part of our body politics. It's a no on every day, whether letterhead or no letterhead. So if a party, any akukudro, say many they may mom call 450 Ghana city. If we want to take that as a norm, no problem.
No, but before you proceed. I think we have to also draw the distinction.
Yeah.
Say a candidate in the emphasis say Kenny Japan and Baumia Emma delegate Sika. No, because I want us to be clear.
You differentiate. You are saying that this one is a party.
Yeah, if the party does
no
it, I don't think there is an issue with the party doing it.
We are looking at the word corruption and influence.
Okay.
Member party position I was taking.
Yeah, because a party office as a may more transportation. Well, you have to do it.
You have to do it.
It depends where the polling station.
But that's why
voting center
we are killing a lot of initiatives. As I said, me and my responsibility. There are specifics we can attend to. I will agree to the party. I'm saying that we have specifics. If we sat here and said that somebody's letterhead to delegate of 40 Ghana each was not needed, was avoidable.
Yes. No, I think the same comparison will be, say, if Kennedy Japan and Abaumia gave money, then we have to because I think we have to draw that distinction.
One of the parties as a party, me sure. But me tell the anti-cross and Montono, and one soon be a papa. But because you want me to be clear, say, a party and
your party officers could do that's a party provided transportation.
No problem.
I don't think there's a problem with that.
Which still I'll come there.
Okay.
Two. My own MB before ni be kika say whether 400 or 300 na obisi kairana.
Oh, but that's a non-starter.
Na John Mama no say former president no no.
Uko Jubilee House the president.
Usi kairana. Let me ask again. That calculation on year and Ekosiisen 14 million say on the part of John Mama.
Yeah.
When the Jubilee House and our finance ministry and our coffers mu say it's the principle that we lack.
What is wrong is wrong.
It's wrong.
Yeah.
It's the principle. It's the principle we lack as a country. That is why progress, development, welfare are an issue because Bibiano to say there was a smarter way to make the system work for us at the expense of the entirety of Ghanaians.
Sure.
How on earth? And over 200,000 delegates. O catch me say, sir, 400 no, and 300 no.
But those are huge monies.
Yamanyo sema ye no. Where me and me pen and me confide them to and I'm for the support. No problem. If we don't call a spade,
those are huge money. Well, you are talking 83 million.
And keep telling Ghanaians that we have contributed to the kind of leaders that we have and the kind of development that we are getting. So me Ghana ni man tell me once sir. Na me wo yonko bi ono no e wa denta. Na waji haji. Na offer me catch him.
Oje 300 je 400.
Na oje emu ede. Me say emu ede. Emu be ede pa. That was my response. Emu ede.
Because
emu be ede pa.
Oji we na say power ne ba no more fewer. Ochina no wa be friend.
When we sit and we talk about the kind of leaders that we have.
Yeah.
It is the kind of citizens that we are. Ye produce the leaders that we have. The Debbie Amintran can't just say, Debbie Ada, ensure better, and ensure ta. What it's a policy, no? Now, Kotugu or Don anymore. I am a say, or Don another clear if you need magically. Now, and we have the whole wine. I said, no, the audio gumno, a baba wa unkru boom, any biako, and call Swefia, a beco mammy, and call mammy, a beco bravo, and call brawa, a becan wabao, and yes, sir, a fine baby, baby, a beco, and the who's also a bro. Sure.
Asempa FM.
So we cannot continue to live as citizens of this country where we look at things as normal. All abnormal things are becoming very normal in this country. How do you know? Standards, no? Egusua na eco form sa.
Yeah.
Intermediate. Me pese Ghana for TS, especially the New Patriotic Party. I align with the positives that you have given the national executives and the elections committee and the council
presidential elections committee. Yeah.
But I have to be truthful to them. It's a shame. It's a big shame.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that now Nanado is our president and he's now a member of the National Council and Baumia. So also a person or independent minded because what clear I didn't call what I'm saying.
I have my own vision.
Yeah, she's a party leader, no?
Yeah, he's the leader of the party now.
A party leader, no? It's a few seconds before the next exit, now a party leader. No? You have party skills and leadership skills. Me, I'm not for now. The table, so I can't just say I have my own vision, I have my own priorities. There be one of the other done, Your Excellency, it be well done. It's Nyoma obey any Nyoma obeki cano. And no near baby who say I'm passe. Oh, yeah, an independent minded person with your priorities and your vision.
Yeah.
But not just a speech. It will be more remo. What politicians of this country and citizens of this country and journalists of this country continue to do, how we continue to behave, as if said, we have no Ghana to protect and to secure and to ensure that the next generation, Ebeka say ampa, enkwapa no kwafo, du no krema o my Ghana. Ni na enkamfuano.
Asempa FM.
Omutimi bo omo modern e climax no with what was very needful. Well, and Dakran say Ekosiisen kan wi a enipa ni nyina isi akan no will be on one stage few hours after the election. Such elections are national elections.
And I think Omoa national
elections. Yeah. And I beg the NDC to copy. Say Ujo candidate this win, and John Mahama was going to win hands down, whether Dufour or whoever. He was going to win.
Yeah.
So NDC should learn that.
And I think
they should learn.
Omo engineers are the well, to get all of them on that stage.
I'm saying it was super because I didn't see this coming that at any more. Me, I'm a doctor free akutu. Omo dia wo na chi nyina say 10,300 is saying. Or pay you.
Do you also 10,000?
And it was 1,300 or so. And I'm what? It doesn't go.
10,000 go Kobe.
Hey, that number of Kubiana.
And I saw no. Osha regions now. We make regions. Region Unya the highest vote. Northern region. That be Upper East. 190 votes. The whole region.
Okay.
Ashanti region. Ashanti region, the whole region on 167 votes.
Now we the whole I think say BBS.
But that's the fact. In the Ashanti region, the whole Ashanti region.
I'm disappointed.
43 constituencies.
I'm disappointed
on
in the
167
delegates, honestly, especially in Ashanti region for Akoto and the northern regions because we need or ye Juma war northern region or power. Akoto. Dr. Efri Akoto.
Now, northern region, who named vote?
What you say?
The whole northern region, 172 vote. 172 votes.
But very surprising.
Now, I have for region, the whole region, 12. Origin, now, the whole region. Obia to Abari, 12. I mean, how wicked can delegates be? 12.
Oh, when you wicked. Maybe and the message did not go down well with them.
Akoto message. Hey, I don't need Akoto, Anna.
That all prioritize agriculture.
Founding father. The papa ne bafu Akoto and I own him.
Oh yeah, but I'm say all prioritize
agriculture.
Yeah, but I'm saying it didn't go down well.
Now northeast in Podie, the whole region 5 votes no nyai.
Yeah, fancy numbers here. Me no, oh you know, how the whole region about what do you want to achieve? No, look at the whole region.
Not the whole region. Yeah. These are regional results. The whole region on 5. And but I think Ken Japan did well. Because Osha Ken won 2 regions. Yeah. Owini Central region. And Owini Volta region. In the Volta region, for example, Kenya 5,850 votes. And about Mienya 4,984 votes. Okay. In the Ken won Volta and on one region Central region onya 10,828. Okay. And about Mienya 6,159. Okay. In the Central for really showed so I do a few but out of 16 Baumia won 14 regions and Ken in fact what time I watched studio and results neighbor I thought Ken had won Greater Accra until say Bibia Barry and who said Baumia actually won Greater Accra but na gap no and Shada and so bebre. Yes, that's how it panned out. My only point I'm the kind of kind I want to say I think one way what's our man for pay attention to and
never we see.
And
6th November. Okay, so I'm seeing a letter here, obscene broadcast.
Obscene.
The chief executive officer, Authentic Media Company Limited. On Wednesday, November 1, 2023, you allowed your station Power FM to be used as the medium for gender-based insult on Her Excellency Hajia Samira Baumia in a perverted and based broadcast that also sought to denigrate the entire Fulani community.
Chaleba, we have to be careful, man. We have to be careful. We have to be careful. We can deal with issues without those things, and yeah, it doesn't serve any purpose really. It doesn't serve any purpose. Especially so when the person you seek to advocate for will not himself do that. So why do you then do that? And yeah, the papa.
Former President John Dramani Mahama.
Yes.
It's when who say Kutia with him with the Kwaba. What's a brave crowd? So far, bro. Another fine gentleman. But so honorable weekend the show.
Collins Adomakumisa. And I know you do 40 years. Belated happy birthday once again to you. Yeah. But man, I think 3 issues for me going forward how Dr. Baumia would manage the Ken Japan effect, whether you like it or not. I mean, he's shown he has some level of control in the party. Onye Obia you can easily discount. I think going forward, and I love in his speech, he singled him out for praise. and or this you know, we be a tat was he almost gave me a showdown today, which you know to create win, and the pictures are if 3 or more inkita mudie eba out no was really good for the healing process going for, and I think he has to make that one of his priorities, how to manage Kenny Japan, get him as part of him in the campaign.
I think
very, very important.
I think we'll be MPP now.
Yes.
At this point, what you want to hear from Honorable Kenny Japan.
Sure.
You've heard it.
And then your kind,
enough.
Yes.
One guarantee said
he would be on board.
On your MPP party.
Okay.
The here say no. Insusu out there more money say. Party ni konanim under the leadership of Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
Asempa FM.
Ekwanya one be faswa. Yeru Kennedy compre Japan. Omobema abeye a part.
Sure. I'm on a clear role in the campaign.
According to move towards 2024. Surprisingly, unim. Ye Dr. Baumia we no.
Sure.
Nioma bebre wa afena ebe through a Dr. Baumia. I Dr. Ebe ye didn't ebe to nsenye ni na da fa no bako. Some party faithfuls now jump ahead. You know what now the discussion is?
Dabio.
Chief of Staff is our running mate. Educhum is our running mate.
A campaign not started.
Is our running mate. Joe say is our running mate. Chairman Sabusu, Honorables is our running mate. Eslousu is running mate. Napo is running mate. Apostle and
the Apostle
Opokunyina is our running mate. It didn't there.
Bebre.
A bar man who be crying out bono. Walk around your part of them. Our Sebi. Nipan Binimukrat Menya could do the Omudi count.
I say no more Omudi account. Ebi ankofo na ebo Omudi. Because I've seen online stories mehu Honorable Paul Chum Doma East ni mehu Kojo Pong Kromedi, and I've seen some names.
These two names immediately should issue a statement to that effect.
A disclaimer.
Of course, Obi. Mama Kojo any Chum or Masumu or Uncle Fat Time Yambromo will be end your political career. No, they shouldn't even do that. Memo Monso Ambrasa Mutimunyomudu. Debbie.
As they should bid their time.
Memo Mutimunyomudobi.
Asempa FM.
Then you're careful. If you said no more baby, that's the kind of thing we are doing in this country now. Obiati that's ya brano amane cross no kono oguso kwasa Debbie the first hurdle to clear for most of these people because John Kuman at 100% in Napomuna at 100 no
na say no so your consideration now when I say constituency when to me deliver ma flag bearer now you be considered.
But that's what I'm saying,
say basic.
That's what I'm saying that see caught by those considerations.
Yes.
Oh,
but
that's what I'm saying.
But of course it should but it should be a critical when I running mate when I flag bearer, what would you have done? Say Nipa me be choose you the constituency went me and deliver me. But how would I choose you? Everybody have to know how.
Drive for about no drive for. Drive for about you from them. Better.
Yeah, you cancel and say something.
Oh no, better. No, say better. I'm
on Evans Mensah, head of the political affairs desk.
No, come, yeah. No others come, yeah. So Obi.
In America say, man, say me a flag bearer.
Yeah.
Now when to me and deliver our constituency. Forget it. Then the business I'm running mate. How would I give you a running mate?
What does it mean? That you don't have control?
But it's that simple. You were not able to deliver your constituency for me. Oh, that's why I walk around. I was say, okay, at the bracket, wait a minute, like in arriving at who becomes my running mate. If I decide to say pick somebody from Parliament, for example, now in this delegate conference, the person could not ensure that I won in his constituency. Why would I pick you as my running mate? Yeah, in the end of the day, it's something that
if you say that I also say frame up on
oh my knows what I mean. Okay.
No, me but
frame up pare the chief of staff.
Yeah.
Also on sitting MP.
And I'm because of one man, that's the person.
The constituency.
If you also see what's better than I was only
and
my many friends say,
Lydia.
Yeah.
No, but one to me, man, starting point, one to me and deliver our constituency, I forget. And no put here, and what's what being catcher. Now control where even delegate or consul, you have no control. Hope it's all vice president. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way.
Obviously, Musa say, what constituency did Baumia delivered for him to become Syria running mate?
No, but that is comparing apples and oranges. That's comparing apples and oranges. I mean, the circumstances are completely different. Completely different. In the Anumpo, they should not bring in that comparison. They are completely different. Now, we hear, say, the unwritten code in the party, they say, they want to pick the next running mate from the Ashanti region. Won't they?
Now, Ashanti region for now.
Yes. Yes.
Educhum and deliver.
We are sure.
Don't check Educhum deliver.
Bosom
deliver. Bosom wound to me, Educhum.
Any regional minister.
And then check Bequai.
No, I'm checking here. What's a Bosom? Are you saying Ken won Bosom?
Check it.
No.
50-50.
Okay. It may be a gap in this idea, but I don't think Ken won. Yes.
And Chairman's about,
Chairman's about the gap.
Okay, but
gap in this.
Ken 39.3%
in Bosom Tree. Okay.
And
Baumia
60. Yeah, 60.2.
60. Yeah.
Yeah. Consistent with the national
592 votes.
592 votes.
And Kenya 380.
Hey, but that's close.
But with the regional minister won't to me from
that's
that
close.
region.
That's very close.
Yeah.
That's
very close. Yeah, that's very close. That's very close.
Che Mensa Bosu.
That's Swami.
Okay, Swami a Kennedy Pond. And 389. That's 42.9%. What's he? And Baumia Swami 511. Now 56.4.
It was Swami. And
it was very close. So Bequai, Joe Wise.
It's a Joe solution.
No, I hear Bequai Baumia won massively in Bequai. I don't know that.
No.
Wow.
No, because at the end, if you were not able to deliver your constituency convincingly, forget it. It is that simple.
So far, me Chrome Nino and a top of you.
Ukrom Nidia.
A James Akosamati.
And the constituency.
Yeah.
In terms of the gap.
Yeah. Techman South.
Okay.
Or 2 Alpha Sokora.
A Yinso Yadio. Dr. You were free.
Dr. You
he did very well in his constituency. Dr. Kuma did very well. Collins Adomakuminsa did well.
Napo for me. Napo.
Menshia South.
Menshia, okay.
Menshia South. And then we see, because I think it should be a starting point, really. It should be a starting point.
Okay, Bequai.
Okay, Bequai.
Bequai, Kenya 217.
217.
And
okay.
Baumia 709.
Okay, that's a gap.
Bequai is good.
Wow, that's a gap. That's a gap.
Good. Menshia South.
Menshia South. Wow.
Asempa FM.
Meza we no o pebia di na one more money than.
I know that be no man. One more than the businessman now. Who need influence in your own constituency? What can you then do? I think it's a critical, very, very critical, very, very, very critical. There is no two ways about that. Very, very critical as a starting point. And you will see, but names need a beba apps and it will just put a lot more pressure on the flag bearer. And I think that's a major decision point for him. And I'm how going forward he manages Kennedy Japan. And number 2 for me, Oman how he walk that thin line. Oman where you say because okay in his speech now or acknowledge troubles are Ghana for Ekum. E can say well send Nyoma into to economy ni my den Nyoma mu aye den. He even touched on demonstration democracy hub for and all of that. Owie no babeka recovery little gains are omo a makey, and that's where he juxtaposed that position to the fact that he would be his own man or one of the priorities in going for a man. How he walks that thin line. Say, I'll be part of this administration for the rest of the term, and I would also create a narrative and a perception in the minds of Ghanaians, actually. Means so are my own man. How do you walk that thin line? Very, very.
It's going to be a tough road for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. You know,
it comes down to I am a program boy or mine the next 1 year.
Yeah, the next 1 year. Very
the
important.
Turns around.
Yeah.
The question is has he got time? What time?
Time to turn things around. And I think one of the things where was say Ofesi, and he did a bit of that in his speech by the acknowledgement say is to be bold and face Ghanaians on the issue of the economy. You understand? I was say facing Ghana on the issue of the economy. But the point is whether you like it or not, in 2024, the economy will be part of the narrative in the elections. And there you have to be bold, be honest to Ghanaians, and face that issue once and for all. Let Ghanaians know saying and your money city, saying and your ma ekoye, saying and your matisia, and oba and your ma ben because you cannot get away from that conversation
before maybe Evans.
Yes.
Would you say ethnicity, religion will play over this?
Oh yeah, it has always
very important.
played.
But the percentage I demand this time,
it might be more now.
Because first time you have a Muslim.
Yes.
Definitely a big issue.
And that's since independence.
I mean, the person he chooses as a running mate is very, very important in terms of balancing that, you know, how would the Christian say a polo? Say a polo. I mean, sure.
How the Christian community feels.
About it. You know, and the Bawumia will spend a lot of time in churches and also to identify that he's across the religious, and of course, the fact that you're also from the north now. But the interesting thing is that we're in Bahama. Very interesting.
Very interesting in the north.
Does it mean that necessarily as I said, the sentiment for Bawumia?
For running mate? Yeah. Oh, running mate, safe here. Because stronghold there, you can never win elections without a stronghold.
And especially for the NPP. Yeah. I think the stronghold thing.
The votes now if you are
sure.
Overall.
Sure.
11,000 to 22,000.
Yes.
That's half as many votes.
Half as many votes about and you have to look at Ashanti region. There is absolutely no doubt about that. Man, strategically, everything political strategy, your running mate should be from the Ashanti.
Now, why do you leave the NDC out? Because if you are doing this calculation, almost stronghold knows where Volta region.
No, but mind you, say even the NDC, when you take the vote from the Volta region. Composite figure now, they get more votes in Ashanti region than the whole of Volta region.
But we are looking at strongholds.
It's down to numbers. Omunya more votes in Ashanti region than Volta region.
So they will not sacrifice Ashanti for Volta.
No, and the maker said now strategically, if Ashanti region will become the battleground in terms of the number of votes, then you should also begin looking at read Bright Simmons. Right up now, Troy, before the elections, on how Ashanti region, the critical role it will play in the 2024 elections. But the point is, yes, it's good for sentimental reasons to look at Volta region, and not traditionally, or Mufafri Central region to look at Central region. But when you look at the dynamics in this election 2024, and your friend is saying center pointer, Nipa Egu Greater Accra. Critical. Ashanti region even more critical. But the point is, how do you make inroad? Because mind you, already your stronghold, which is the northern belt, is already under threat because of the Bawumia factor. And if the NPP should maximize vote in the Ashanti region, already mind you, now Ashanti region vote, it may cancel Volta, time and Volta, Ebomuno, plus all the. At the time, the three northern regions.
MPP, anytime they've secured anything below 75%, Ashanti
yes,
elections.
Yes.
Until they're looking for something 75 and above.
75 and above.
And to get that, you need to get them somebody can identify.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And how then would the NDC also say, listen, if this is the trend in Ashanti region now, how do I eat into the NPP vote in Ashanti region and bring it down to say 70 or 72?
They just need something about 25%.
Yes. Yes. And the Ashanti region is a major battleground in this election.
If you look at Asman Busada, I say Obama cried or say,
yes.
Come to think of it, why must the running mate to Dr. Bawumia necessarily come from Ashanti region? These are some of the things we do as a party to entangle ourselves. When last did you see or hear NDC advocating for a flag bearer or RM from the voter region? Rather than focusing on the bigger picture, we follow parochial interest and play into the hands of the opponent. Our stronghold, Ashanti, regardless of where the running mate hails from, will still vote for us strategically.
No, he's gotten it wrong.
The focus should rather be on swing regions like Greater Accra, Western or Central.
No, he's getting it wrong completely. And I think the not a science sober reflection after listening to some other argument, he might revise his note. He should speak to some of the political strategists behind the scenes, and he would revise those notes. Mind you, say in 2008, the first time the NPP had attempted to break the 8, they only needed 23,000 votes to cross. You remember? In 2008, first round, they only needed 23,000 votes to cross. And many said they could have gotten those votes easily from the Ashanti region, because there was apathy in that region. And your stronghold would always vote for you regardless. No, it is not true. The records will not bear you out.
So in Ashanti region, as it stands now, the list, tall one, the chief of staff, the apostle,
everybody you mentioned apart from Esla Owusu, and they are all from the Ashanti region. They are all from the Ashanti region, because I think it's the most strategic and reasonable thing to do. Knowing and so say the NDC would have an interest in what your choice of the running mate to inform amongst Swamodi. I don't know if that is why.
You know, say NDC they clearly it is almost 100%. Me namba because say Kupoku na eko, but Kupoku die no.
And I say almost 100% why?
Mama ne ko.
Share. Oh man, I don't hear the eko so.
Then BBS. Say Ezenato eba na say Kofi Boachi na eba na say why? The eko so for Bibre.
Oh my hene kwabena asante.
For Bibra.
Revise for 99%. Just revise.
Emra from Kakra.
Emra from Kakra.
Now what did you for you na?
Emra from Kakra.
Emra from.
Emra from Kakra. And your man here is this how?
Emu na hosa.
Emra from Kakra. Emra from.
Na NPP be you running mate. That's the NDC ni ya adwene.
I think I said it the last time, sir. It might send a signal of indecisiveness on the part of the NDC flag bearer. But they would also tell you, sir, again, 2024 elections will be down to strategy. Superior strategy. And you always look at what your opponent and then you counter into a back and forth. And I think they are holding on for a good reason. But say Bawumia be yini die Eja Mahama, it will not send, as far as I'm concerned, it will not send the right signals. It will not send the right signals. I don't know how they would take that, but it will not send the right signals. Yeah.
Obi, me say.
But I hear, sir, Oman, based on the performance in constituencies for Bawumia, we say, Obi, this is all you need for the Ashanti region analysis. Oman Tio. Among all the possible names for running mate, Napo tops all. It may be our same Napo figure, no? And your friend is a Menchia South. Where is Menchia South? They are same crowns. Okay. I've seen Menchia North. Hey, now Collins also a man kwa ose ho. Obeko ifa.
Menchia North.
No, me say ose ho. Now ten nkanche.
Ebi osua de, so de no. Oh, I was your security there. Open na Alan Aban no. Na me aduma.
Defense minister.
No interior any defense in Mbako. So you said this weekend, last weekend, a movement for Koye workshop Kumasi. It was very, very good.
Why?
Movement. Butterfly.
Yeah. They almost say yellow.
And they chose yellow.
Yeah.
I think they should come and explain.
Are they? Now one who logo say yellow. Butterfly no yellow.
Also yellow was very deep.
Yeah.
But on board the billboard, the president was on flag bearer was on a lighter kakra. Why a deep.
And second also na Collins movement and so they one movement.
That's who I don't know.
Oh movement. Collins also man kwa no ministry. No movement obviously they akọ MP no.
Now who movement okay, what do you mean call MPP? Okay, I know about call the ticket of movement. No check it.
In your man Mensia South no. A man Mensia South no. Kenya Japonia 77 votes. 77. Wow. And Baumia enya 478. And that's in excess of 400 votes difference. 400 votes difference. I think the gap not there was wide. Samson as I was share what's the name of this constituency? Kuma hoye Ejiso, right? Oshe Ejiso. Ejiso. Ejiso sono. Hey, man. Ejiso him say
Dr. Kuma.
Ken, yeah, Dr. Kuma, or Ken in 152. And about me 899. Ejiso. Charlie, that gap is small. Hey, that's almost 700.
Also for Dr. Kuma.
Hey, Charlie, that gap is small. What? Okay, that's really interesting.
I think that the faces now are ever presidential, ballot, For now, we can be sure of.
But my own him say, hey, Obi so I catch him say, Jane Adiano.
No, it's a done deal. It's a done deal.
Jane no pokwajama.
Obi say me dey go kaza. Ozi me revise it. It's a done deal. Then the pebi adwene you almost upon fosu. About upon fosu no.
Upon fosu be.
Na okay kan wa amanyo sem na si form say try.
Upon fosu. Former Amenfi East MP no.
Me dey makacho me say. Na okay kan wa amanyo sem no. Minim there, but anyway, so hey, oh, you need pen.
Oh, you're looking about. Now can I say from say?
Maybe I say we just because of what we be.
All right. That's not what Memphis East.
That made them say.
Local government was
any problem yeah.
I don't Canada from
said yeah, baby, my be. That's official upon or didn't be called here. Where does there will be problem be anyway? Sure. The NDC believes that they've won the elections. So.
Oh, yeah. That's it. No,
maybe if you want me to remind you. So it should tell you that they are not just taking things for granted. That is why President Mahama, the choice of a running mate can make
or make him, of course. Critical.
I'm telling you, yo. I'm telling you. It's not. That's why say the Ghana is here. I don't think Dr. Baumia or John Dramani Mama is Excellency. They don't want to joke. Obi, John Mama sleep through no one far kunya we are. Oko. The NDC is now going to look for a new face. And it's not a joke.
That's another hell of a joke.
Sure. John and his team and the NDC and agro attract premiership. So people should get it right. It's like Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
No, but you
buy no cremoni only tribo from Pa Allah Wakbad. Yes, I told you near say ya can for party. Beyond a comfort party, no, on one demonstrating because any vice president there, what baby Aliu Mama or the war form says is but I'm for the crazy for the MPP to open up the race and for him to win and look at his percentage. Oh, call Omaba to internal politics now, not President Kufuor, not Nana Dankwa Kufuor, our president.
Yes.
So. The NDC will not sit and think that they will make a mistake with the choice of a running mate. And then I can do Kadaya.
Now, you say they also may a year.
But that's what I'm saying. What are your powerful, not to slide upon for you?
No, but the other things is looking at the picture you've painted, say it's a make or break election for the NDC. Is Jane the right person?
Mahmoud Bawumia Nanado. I'm stabilizing.
Yes.
Baku mienu miensa di na
na obejina na nso
ojira pampi na ma mean first no more powder na oba otwi na nim powder kama onemu okọ okasa gidigidi oti amanyo seba o za kofa wan opon fusu eh na Julius de brand Eric Opoku mu nyina ahuri atra ba bi se sa na tiempo dia no
and I say eyin so wo ho e friend saying
His Excellency John Dramani Mama
kwaku awuada ko se kwame
yeah tall boss too yeah you know
and
health insurance papa no me nipa area sapon yeah obi no more front no more aye politically active no ene nka we so be to bi kwachi
but man tro names ya me bebobo to ho tro fa pen ne tro and I will be for digital to be type.
I'm said Dr. Bawumia digital and
type it.
Yeah. Dr. Bawumia
number 1 Matthew Opoku Prempeh. Watch
about Dr. Tobas and Komudi Tobas.
Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh.
Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh.
Yeah.
Napo man said
Napo number 1. Number 2 Joe Osei-Usu. Joe Wise. Joe Wise.
Okay.
Number 3, John Kuma.
John Kuma.
Number 4.
Hey. Number 4 is
no, there are 4 names. Then the magazine said that true.
Napo, Joe Wise, John
Kuma. And number 4 no yeah. Apostle Opoku Onyina. Yes.
Or that's so Pentecost as a woman.
Sir, is your retirement immediate past chairman? Yes. In the 4 names, they watch rato.
And they 6.
And they 6 in the board dates ne ka ho.
6 November.
Good.
About 356.
356.
356.
Sure.
Okay, 6 November.
In the message Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh.
Yeah.
Lawyer Joe Osei-Usu.
Yeah.
Lawyer John Kuma.
Yeah.
Apostle Doctor. That be Apostle Professor.
Okay.
Opoku Onyina. 4 names.
Okay.
And one yeah, the Vice President and Common at the SC. We will come back to this list some other time. But in Sembebre na ewo ho oman. In Sembebre ewo ho. In Sembebre. In Sembebre ho papa. Hey. Hey, mamenchia Larry Dogbe.
Buzan se ofri voter regional bana. So okosra omo koye echo.
Oh, akoye donation.
Buzan se ofri wa bana.
Na story writer back on they are sending me. Kennedy Japan ends bargaining power at Bawumia's dinner table.
There be say we are
title of the write-up.
We are finance minister Kosra Kennedy Japan fee.
Oh sir. Hey, we are sure.
No matter the troda. I don't know if Ekosiisen have this one.
And what's out? Kennedy Japan ends bargaining power at Bawumia's dinner table. But man say, "Ona oya Kennedy Japan na one Bawumia Asia immediately after elections here. Udimans be then."
Oh, for the sake of the party, or more common BDBI should be in the party's interest. And I don't think the friend Ken I know.
Make any demand to
he thinks more of the party than any other thing, you know.
My encha Dr. Srebo Kweku, Director Electoral Services.
With the one sama benti obeka kotoko one sama basidi. With the kotoko one sama basidi yewu kura say ya no pe. Say ya do.
Dr. Srebo Kweku, good evening to you.
Odino Kweku apia so nim no. The only one to be kujina.
Yeah, Goka. Is it Goka or Koka?
Koka. Go we want to be na.
Yeah.
Ono so abreu.
Ono.
Odino Kweku apia. Go on Facebook, I never trust a woman, not about to. Oh, be a write up, maybe. You beg too much, find something to do. No, so about you. Or they don't go up here.
Na no more the Google ni Facebook no.
No, things that go be no abe.
And you didn't hear you're tough. Wait Obi. Throughout the presidential primary.
Or do you know see edini ensia. Or see edini ensia enye 4.
Abi ode no nya abotre.
Or see ensia.
Ode no nya abotre. Ga jazam zo nya abotre.
Nya abotre.
Nya abotre. Ode no nya.
No see mu amanyo sem wasanti mantem ni Ghana ache o.
Onya abotre. So ben so na yeti.
Ekosiisen.
Nya abotre.
Amakwata say eh. Na hefa na wo yin ya ta fu be chi.
Where's it? Obi throughout the presidential primaries, the multimedia group operators of Joy FM and its affiliate never engaged Honorable Ken or any of his communicators on their shows for better understanding of issues. May I ask how constructive and objective the multimedia group were when discussing Honorable Ken's issues on their platforms? Multimedia group doesn't eat pork, but they drink its soup. Guy G, Cantonment, Accra.
Oh, so no, or yeah. Head of the communication.
Yes, on Ken.
What's your name?
Yeah. At least, I mean,
once me crown more lawyer, meaning was the lawyer in waiting. May you one say, oh, call and brand more. Who no business in Libya? You would have Ubetu your father. Yeah, actually, Preconams, you. Ensure you away with caution. You're nominal with caution. The guy, yet was, but the truth is that. I don't think the interest of multimedia is to stop or ban anybody from.
I mean,
you know. But once Akoban is said, "Why Gaiji shooting himself some more court in Chinua and maintain once a year?" It's difficult for both parties.
And if Gaiji would even be fair, messages from him, from George New York, from all the guys we were reading all those, and we stated the reasons why we were not. Doing the things they wanted us to do. We made those things public. I think everybody knows. And really, but kudos to him for a great fight. I'll put in it up. We say congratulations to Dr. Baumia for winning the MPP's flag bearership. He worked hard for this and he truly deserves it. To Kennedy Japan, I say Aiko, he gave Team Baumia tough competition and I must congratulate him on that. He's not a loser, but a strong winner. I admire his zeal. Mike Vu Edmond. And
let me personally, also, many relationship go beyond whatever we are saying.
Sure.
Let me personally also congratulate him.
Yeah,
that he's fought a good fight. I am believing say obey reflections moving forward. No, the needed decision. Born one casa and the team and then the party.
Yes.
Until once again, Honorable Kennedy Akompreko, congratulations for the show of a year.
A proper showdown.
Yeah. Show of because I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
A lot of us, it never gave you
a dog's chance.
With me, but you've demonstrated to Ghanaians and to your party especially, indeed, you also have what it takes to sit on that throne. Yes,
Suhum and so man, Suhum constituency.
Yeah.
Na
Potozo
hono. Kenya 201, Baumia 591. And your home so no the gap no was huge. But most other constituencies, so I mean in the north, some constituencies Emma 100%. Bumprugu yo 522 delegates. Umunyina atoma Baumia.
I want to make one sem later.
522.
Okay, so I leave this, but I think that also majority of the people are more crave for Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe, as in Napo.
Yeah.
I know it's for Dr. Mahmoud Baumia
to decide.
Of course. You know, whether it's Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe, so we're trying to use or self-atta say, or be a running mate, if he has what it takes to be a running mate to win power for their party. I'm sure when it gets to that point, that Dr. Mahmoud Baumia
will take that decision.
Personally, I think that wherever he's found himself working, in public space, education, and the energy,
and now energy,
and then the party, I think he's also demonstrated a certain level of preparedness and seriousness for a battle ahead or task ahead. No? Dr. Mahmoud Baumia will choose the Ususu say.
Obetimi Abuano.
Obebesia, Mafi Macau say, if you're that Kumasi Ekosiisen.
National Dialogue Series.
I drove through Community 10, 11, and 5 this Sunday.
Tema.
Yeah, and I think say ball at home sem no.
Here.
SSC didn't.
You will go baby.
And yet the Japan say ebubusu afaso.
Tema of all places.
Na won say na me dey to dustbin.
Yes.
Na ebubu afaso so we brain now one standing there. Tema we be afacha memsro. Bibi, you know. Bibi me shop be omotonton groceries na say for na omo ball na a heap of my once and the bowra
groceries. No?
Yeah, but only choice. About 4 years, Sakwanam baby. Yeah, and I will say, one would move at a ball and soon and Cassan, and we are born a winner. I mean, a wasana. A sad the heat be bold ready. Oh, Nagata and be a car I rebel. Oh, was it your Eka?
And I think I'll focus with this edition on sanitation. In our various MMDAs, because I be a major issue here in Accra, in Kumasi, all over the country. You know, we want to sit down and have a conversation in the area how we can achieve the SDG goal on sanitation. I think SDG 6 on sanitation, the way forward for Ghana. It is not common experts in all MMDCs in the Ashanti region will be there, including the Kumasi mayor, the Ashanti regional minister, the minister in charge of sanitation and water resources will be there. Yebenya expert from KNUST. Who's a KNUST from a whole department on sanitation into the expert air brain to come and help us. At least we would have a clear path forward. And the client we're dealing with. And our Prempeh Assembly Hall. Friday we are. Friday 10th November.
I love the response you gave to a gentleman on Facebook. You know, sometimes Nana, I'm on my Jumano ending because of a manual sim.
Yes.
You know, and we are not controversial for Wabotra award for a lot of these things. So I say, because at the end, we say, Okasasa. No, I try to giddy. I've already in Chibuman enough. You want to say, Waka. Now, me appealing to IGP.
Yes.
You're posting for from October ending, copy in January. However, you need to change your color.
October ending
from October, month of October, a copy in January ending.
Oh, young change uniform, the color.
Are they a Riana, a Miami who say a Kumosi, a Riano Kaukudi. A Shina, we have known him. We not miss. Oh, already. Young car pussy for Tum when you want my guy, Unicorn House. 89 Unicorn House, Metro, a health science. Maybe question about couldn't say, color benefit. That we are white, blue, black, no matter white, as I'm the bit what bomb, papa?
Now, that's police need be our uniforms too.
David,
I'm more come on, no more than normal.
White, you know, black, a treat that body. Look how good you are. Science, oh, those are Wusuna, my national police. Aye, a funny team. But I can't do it. I got the month of October in January. If there's a uniform, I just say, you know, I almost say in a black. Oh, yeah.
Who signs a boot black?
A chain was like letter. A bell roll nipper because you're now what inside.
Charlie, turning from a button is on.
Hey, you can check. Takwa. Hey, now, Takwa, but
Takwa's not numbers near huge.
Takwa, that's Duka.
Yeah, Duka. And you say, Takwa say, your man Kennedy, Japan 316. Okay. Dr. Baumia 860.
Duka.
And then the money are 4. And a free Yakutunya 1. And what Takwan swim.
That's why I have a surprise. No,
are they?
In any pay about it's a sumo nipple. A free Yakutu in Takwa 1. 1.
Takwan swim. 1 vote, Charlie.
Yes, I careful.
I mean, Benedict and Chroma Boatin, the turning Chroma Boatin in Yaba, Benedict and Chroma Boatin, but this is all your Juma with CSIR or your king listener of Ekosiisen. Benedict, thank you, and we appreciate you.
Number in your Bema Fifi Boafo Yako. I'm the 2nd December.
2nd December, Takwa. Okay. In Yamia Doma Yinaya, Konya Kwako, Jan Fifi Boafo, Yamako, man Medase. Let's read that. You better watch Median Ekosiisen.
Finally,
yes.
Mesro, only elder now. Modresse Pampe, Quasha,
Elder Tony.
BT pictures too.
Tony Ban Esquire.
Yeah, a BT pictures too. Now, because the same picture. You draw my test, I'm my monitors, but when you're careful, we see Mudo.
Oh, Ekosisen. Ekosiisen is the high Asempa FM. After this short break, there is more.